Hi guys, it's me. I'm back. Um, it's nice outside, so I figured that I'll come out, sit here on the bench, and do a couple of videos. I feel like talking. I feel like just sharing some stuff. And the first thing I want to talk about is going to be I want to talk about loss, and that's a pretty common theme for people because either we lost somebody before, we losing somebody now, we're about to lose somebody, and it can be anything. It can be a bird, a fish, a person, a lover, anything that hits close to home. And so I experienced loss about a week ago. One of my dogs died unexpectedly. It was a tragic death. It was an accident. But anyway, he left me. He left me, and I know you're probably thinking she does not look like somebody who just lost somebody dear, but I went through it, and it hit pretty hard because it was unexpected, and it was this little thing. It was a little rat terrier that just fell on my head about a year ago, and he just freaking changed my life because he opened my heart. He showed me freaking love that I never loved. I never loved anybody as much as I loved this little dog, not even my other dog. So anyway, so he's gone, and I finally freaking felt how it feels to lose somebody. Like people would tell me before, oh, I lost somebody, and I would just be like, oh, all right, just get over it, move on, whatever. And when it happens to you, it really realize how much it freaking hurts, and it hurts so much. I didn't want to live. I didn't know what I wanted. I wanted everything to go back the way it was. I was willing to give everything to just have him back. I didn't think I was going to make it. I'm a pretty strong person to begin with, and I don't usually lose my cool fast. I'm usually pretty good with my emotions, but it just hit me so hard that it came out in so many ways. I was either yelling, I was crying, I was yelling at the sky, I was angry, I was just crying. I was just so much. There was like this big hole inside of me, this pain that it wouldn't let go. And I just was like, I hate this feeling. I don't want this. I want him back. I don't care. I don't want anything. I don't want love. I don't want money. I don't want anything. I just want him back. I want everything to go back the way it was. And one thing that I really felt that time was that I wanted somebody to save me. I wanted to tell the whole world that I'm hurting, and I wanted the whole world to freaking save me. I wanted somebody to come in and say the right things that will make that pain go away. And as I did that, as I told people, of course they all felt for me, and they all said they're sorry and all that, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. The freaking pain inside of me was like, no, we want more, and so for a while I was like, shit, I can't do this. I actually, for a moment, I was like, I want to die because I can't go on without him. Even though it was like meaningless. It was this little bitty rat terrier with one eye, but he was so close to me. Like the love, the unconditional love that I felt from him and for him, it hit home so hard that I was gone. I was just lost, literally. And then I realized that nobody's going to save me. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is like I want to give a different perspective on loss. I want to give, because I'm not hurting anymore. It's been a week, and literally after 2 to 3 days, I was okay with it. The pain in the stomach, that hole that was just empty, it's gone. It's gone. And so I kind of want to offer a perspective on loss that maybe will make it easier for you to let go. So basically, I realized that nobody's going to save me. I realized that nobody's going to come in and say the right thing, because no matter what people said, it wasn't enough for me. I was still hurting. I was hurting. And I realized that I have to do it myself. And that's basically the thing, is that you have to go through it yourself. And the best thing for it is not to run away from it. The pain is so freaking strong that you literally want to freaking die. You want to die. So you either use alcohol or cigarettes or drugs or something to make the pain go away because it's so painful. And that's how we humans are. You know, when something hurts that bad, whether it's a heartbreak, whether it's a rejection, whether it's a loss, death, whatever, it hurts so bad and we just don't want to feel it. We don't want to feel that pain. So we try to cover it up with something. So the biggest suggestion that I would have for you guys, it's very hard, but it's doable, is to basically stay with it. You have to stay with that feeling. You have to stay with that hole inside of you that's yelling and saying, fill me, please, because we don't like this. You have to stay with it. And you have to freaking get everything out. You always hear that. You got to get everything out. So if you're angry one moment, you need to be freaking angry. You need to be angry. And it doesn't matter who you're angry at, God, whoever's to blame for this, because you're going to feel everything. You're going to feel blame. You're going to want to anger. You're going to want to be vindictive. Your mind is going to take you on so many journeys of somebody's got to pay for this, or I got to punish somebody, or somebody's got to, you know, your mind is going to try to get you out of this uncomfortable feeling zone. So you have to sit with it and you have to get it out. You have to get out all the stages of it. So if you're freaking angry, then be angry. Be angry at whoever you think is to blame for this, even though it's nobody's fault, because the animal or the person or whatever left because of choice, because of free will. So even that little freaking dog, he has free will to say, you know what, my journey here is gone. I freaking had a blast. I gotta go because there's something more exciting for me in the future. So you got to understand that nobody's to blame for it. It's nobody's fault. Nobody's fault. Even though your mind's going to be like, no, this is to blame. It's nobody's fault. The whoever left or whatever left did that because of free will. Because their journey, however it was done, and they chose to leave. But that's hard to accept because that's too simple. So, but keep that in mind. So, yeah, let's go back to, you got to get out whatever feeling you're feeling. So if you're angry, you got to be angry. Whoever it is, God, universe, whoever you believe in, the person next to you, you know, somebody on TV, you got to get angry. Get angry, get it out. Then if you feel like crying, freaking cry. If you're a man, cry. If you're a woman, cry. No matter what your age is or gender or whatever, you got to cry because it has to come out. It has to pass through you. And I'll tell you this, a lot of times, the loss that you experience, whatever you lost is just to trigger something in your memory, in your cellular memory, something that you lost before. And you know me, I'm always going back to other lives because everything is connected and everything is now. So future lives, past lives, this life, it's all connected. So as you're healing things from the future and the past. So when you lose something and when it hurts really, really bad, it's basically because you lost something like that before. So if you lost, let's say in another lifetime, you lost a child and it freaking hurt so bad that you freaking committed suicide and you just said, I can't go on, and you left. Or maybe you lost something so dear to you and as a result to punish, let's say you killed somebody. So basically you did that in that life. So now, because you're healing everything, you're healing parts of you, you're healing all the memories that are coming up, you have to experience that loss again. But this time you're given a choice to deal with it differently. So this time, instead of killing yourself, instead of killing somebody, instead of doing something, you know, extreme that you did in the past, you're given the chance to process it, to feel the freaking pain all over again, and to deal with it differently, not to run away from it, not to drink it away, not to kill it away, not to smoke it away, or whatever, just to feel it. And if you feel it, it's gone. It's gone, and you will never feel that devastation that you felt. So that's the key, guys. It's very painful, but it's doable. It's doable. So sit with it, cry it out, yell it out, be angry. Any freaking thing that comes up, any kind of words that come out, you have to say them. If you feel like talking, like I felt like talking about my dog. I felt like telling the whole world how cute he was and what plans I had for him and how I was hoping we're going to be forever. Everything, just talk it out. Literally, find somebody that you can talk to, somebody who's not going to tell you what to do, somebody who's not going to try to make you feel good, but just somebody who's going to be quiet and just listen to you and let you talk, let you get it out. You got to get it out. So talk about it. Tell everybody how awesome that thing, person, fish, object was. And then again, if you feel angry, then be angry. If you feel like crying, cry. You got to get all of these things out because they're going to come out their own way. Some of them will come out through yelling. Some of them will come out through crying. Some of them will come out, they're just quiet. Like there was moments when I would cry and then I stopped and I'm sitting there like a zombie, literally dead inside, watching TV, and I don't feel anything. But that's the best way for me to be at that moment was. So be like that. So don't be scared of your reactions, because the pain that's coming up, it's painful, it's deep, and it needs to pass through you. Let it pass through you. That's all it wants to do. It just wants to pass through you. Let it pass through you. Don't run away from it. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to take a pill. Do not run away from it. It's the hardest thing, but you can do it. So sit there and breathe. You always hear, breathe, you gotta breathe. Guys, it works. Anytime you have any kind of anxiety, pain, fear, anything, just breathe. Don't stop breathing and don't shut down. Don't clench, because then you're not letting it pass through. It has to pass through you. So that's what I was doing, just literally breathing, like really sitting there breathing. The freaking pain hurts. I'm sitting there, I want to kill myself. And all I can do is just breathe and be like this, an hour, 2, 3. If you like crying again, cry again. If you feel like yelling again, yell again. If you feel like talking about it, talk about it. And then again, go quiet. Go through everything and go like that. Please, if you don't feel like eating, don't eat. If you don't feel like sleeping, don't sleep. Just let the emotion, the memory that's coming up from your cellular memory, from your DNA that you brought with you to heal, it has to pass. Give it its attention. It wants to be felt. Because in another lifetime or another situation, you ran away from it. So please do that. It's doable. So literally, guys, after 2 days, I was okay. There was no more pain. It's like I would think about him, but it was okay. It was joy. It was kind of like, wow, like I don't feel sad for him anymore. And then another thing you can remember is that he's immortal. The little body that he was in, it's just a suit. It's just a suit that was chosen for this experience. But he's immortal. He's forever. So inside of him, whether it's a fish, whether it's your grandma, whether it's your lover, whether it's your child, is a soul. Let's call it soul. And it's forever. It's immortal. So nothing can kill it. No car can run over it. No cancer can kill it. It's forever. So whatever it went through, even if it was painful, even if it was an ugly experience, it's forever. It cannot be killed. So when you think of it like that, when you say, holy shit, my dog is forever. He's never going to freaking die, because his soul is just going to go on. Like maybe he's going to come back as my kid. Maybe I'm going to have a kid and my dog is going to come in as that kid. So you never really lose anything. That's the realization. When you feel a loss in your life, it's for you to realize that nothing is ever lost, that nothing is ever gone, because it's forever. It's always with you. And then when that hits, when you get to that point where you're like, holy shit, then that's it. Then literally there's no pain, there's no crying, there's nothing, there's just joy. And you're like, wow, thank you so much for the experience that I had with you, even though it was short. Thank you so much, because you changed my life. And then there's just appreciation. There's no more pain. There's no more hurt. Nothing. So that's it, guys. That's all I can offer you. And it's just experience. It's something that you guys both agreed to experience. You and that animal. You and that partner. You and that parent. You chose to experience this loss so that you can process it, so that you don't kill yourself, so that you don't give up on life, so that you don't shut yourself down, but you keep going. And realize that nothing is ever lost. It's literally just a change of an environment. My dog's here, and the next thing you know, it's in another room, another incarnation. He could be in another freaking body right now, And I'm just happy for it, because he's a badass. Like, who am I to sit here and hold on to him and cry because of him, and hold on to this heaviness of like anger and pain when that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this freaking makes sense. It made sense for me. It helped me. And it took the pain away, because I let it go. I let him go. That's it. Because I know he's with me forever, and I know we're going to be together again, wherever. Maybe this lifetime, maybe somewhere, maybe in my dreams. But I just want to tell you, like, it's possible. It's possible to experience pain. It's possible to experience loss, and it's possible to make it and go on and just realize that your journey continues, because you're still here. If you're done, then you'd be done too. But you're not done. You're here, so you got to keep going, because there's more stuff for you to experience. Okay, guys? I love you. You got this. It hurts, but it's here for you to bring it home. And once you bring it home, it doesn't hurt anymore. That's it. Okay? All right, guys, have a good one. I'll be back. Bye.